morning, you guys, and welcome back to Raiders Latest News, where we bring you the latest Raiders news. Silly Songs with Larry. Once again, those of you that don't know the reference, you better watch VeggieTales. That's all I got to say. But today we're here to cover kind of the latest surrounding the Raiders. There's been a lot. Well, there's been a little bit. We shouldn't say a lot. There's been a little bit of a development with the Raiders as far as the coaching search. We touched on the interviews from yesterday, but from 2 days ago yesterday, but now today we're going to touch on the fact that, yes, Darrell Bevell was the very first official coach that was interviewed for the OC position. Sorry. I've had my coffee. I'm good to go. All right, wake up, Colton. So Darrell Bevell, you'll remember, spent a little bit of time with the good God. So the very first coach that was interviewed, technically, or at least they want to interview for a prominent position, rather, is Darrell Bevell, the quarterbacks and passing game coordinators coach for the Miami Dolphins. Now, if you don't remember Darrell Bevell, he was with Pete Carroll from 2011 to 2017, won a Super Bowl with him. He was the OC with the Seahawks back in the day, Bevell was, and really was able to put together a solid offense. Overall, the Seahawks, with Darrell Bevell at the helm, his first year they were like 18th in total offense and everything, and then after that they were like 2, 4, 6, and 13. So it's like he knows what he's doing. He can call a good offense. He puts guys in the best possible position to be successful. And could you pair that and imagine that with a guy like Russell Wilson? Now, maybe does seem a little bit intriguing. But yes, Darrell Bevell, the first coach that's kind of being looked at by Pete Carroll and staff, I think makes some sense. I think that it really just does come back down to the fact that, Pete Carroll is going to be looking for guys that he has familiarity with, that he wants to put the best coaching staff together. And I think that Darrell Bevell would be a really, really good addition to be the OC for the Raiders. I think that the reconstruction of what Pete Carroll created with the Seahawks would be definitely a good start. Now, do I think that some of these things don't necessarily work out a second time? Yes, but I do think that there is structure. There is a way of doing things that you can establish with it. And so I think Darrell Bevell being the first interview is very good. And this does point to the fact that Pete Carroll is going back to the people that he knows he can succeed with. So that's good to see. And I'm excited to potentially see Darrell Bevell, who, by the way, he won a Super Bowl with Russell Wilson before Russell Wilson was Russell Wilson. Let's put it that way. So I think it would be really good and behoove the Raiders to hire him as the OC, or at least potentially take a look at that. Now, speaking of potentially take a look, so the Raiders, the Senior Bowl is underway, and there's going to be a lot of speculation. There's going to be a lot of studies and everything. But right now, it's been really good for a couple of guys. So Gray Zabel, the offensive lineman coming up out of North Dakota State, representing Pierre, South Dakota, played very well yesterday, showed a great anchor as a guard, and just is an absolute stud. Can we please get Gray Zabel or Ariante Ursary if we want to play him at right tackle? Either one. But overall, it was a really, really good day for the offensive lineman. Now, take this with a grain of salt. It is day one of the Senior Bowl, so don't get completely torn up about it. But yeah, him and also Mike Green, the edge player coming up out of Marshall, looked really good. So really good day for the edge players, as well as so Tez Johnson, the wide receiver coming up out of Oregon, looked really good as well. So there's a couple of clear-cut, really good winners from the first day of Senior Bowl of the Senior Bowl for the Raiders. And so, I mean, offensive lineman is definitely there. Mike Green coming off the edge would be a lot of fun. Also, Upton Stout, the cornerback coming up out of Western Kentucky. He's like 5'8", $180, but I think he'd be perfect for a nickel if Nate Hobbs does in fact not work out. So there is that. I will say Jackson Dart as well as Emory Jones were a couple of guys that didn't do so well. Jackson Dart, the quarterback at Ole Miss, that's gotten a lot of attention lately. It is what it is. I think that obviously the first day coming out, the initial game jitters and everything, I get it. So we'll definitely keep you updated on the latest from the Senior Bowl and all that, and make sure we're getting you the latest winners and losers from the whole thing, and kind of just give our takeaways from it. So, but really good to see the guys getting after it in one-on-ones for the Senior Bowl and all that. And let's find some O-linemen, baby. Let's get that guard. Let's get this quarterback taken care of, and let's go from there. But overall, hey, that is it. That is our Raiders latest news segment, Wednesday, January 29th. We'll have more for you a little bit later today on some more Raiders content. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.